So you want to become a better raider, you want better parses, faster speedruns and less wipes. Well, today I'm going to go through my top 10 Gigachad tips to become a better raider in Classic WoW. So in my previous Gigachad tip video, I recommended for people to divorce their wives or dump their girlfriends. This was actually a mistake, because it has recently come to my attention that you can sell your spouse for camels in the country of Tunisia. If you go to www.camelrenture.com, you can actually get your significant other evaluated for how many camels she is worth. And if she's blonde, you're in luck because they pay extra for blondes, sometimes up to 80 camels. And once you've got these camels, you can sell them for actual money and get it converted to your local currency. Which leads on to my second tip. Use all of that money to buy your entire guild a faction transfer to switch to Horde, because you are simply not going to get the best passes in the world by playing Alliance because of how powerful the Horde racials are. Now, it goes without saying that the Classic WoW class discords are the best sources for information when it comes to learning more about your class. The only issue is that some of these discords like Blight Club and Fight Club are infected with a very deadly disease called sociopathic balding loneliness. If you spend too much time in these communities, you will become infected and you will notice that your friends and family will distance themselves from you because you become too difficult to be around. You will notice you will start to develop difficulties in social environments, not being able to pick up on certain social cues. You will have this really bad inability to talk to women. Your gut will start to protrude out like a pregnant cow, your hairline will thin and start to look like doll hair, and if by the chance you had a wife or girlfriend before you joined the Discord, you will quickly notice that she never wants to sleep with you anymore because she's got a meeting in the morning, or she's tired, or has really bad stomach cramp. And this is when the severe loneliness kicks in and you realise the only way to gain any amount of social recognition is to spend more time on the Discord. It's a very vicious cycle because the more time you spend on the Discord, the more you lose your grip on reality. It's very sad to see so many poor men fall victim to this epidemic. My advice is to find the information you need using the search tool on Discord and immediately leave. Do not attempt to ask questions and discuss the game because you'll be very quickly bullied off the server. Now, one of the best add-ons you can get in World of Warcraft to improve your raid performance is called Sun Art. This makes your UI look very smart and stylish, which, as we all know, is the best way to increase your performance in a raiding environment. Don't worry about the add-on covering half of the screen because in Classic WoW, all you need to do is look at your spells to perfect your rotation because there's no actual raid boss mechanics in the game that you need to watch out for. Now, one pro tip to improve your passes is to stop caring about the other raid members, especially the healers, because who cares about them because they're not contributing to your pass really. Stop caring about taking damage, just take the damage. As melee, don't move out of anything. As a caster, don't stop casting. Just let the healers heal through the damage that you're being dealt so you can focus on carrying on pumping. Don't forget those camels that you have acquired by selling your wife because you can use these camels to bribe healers, death knights and rogues to give you those single target damage increasing buffs. By the way guys, if you like the video so far, please do me an absolute solid, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's smash that 120,000 subscriber milestone by the end of the month. Well, next month, let's be realistic. Now, sustenance is very important for when you're doing 16-hour gaming sessions, which is the minimum that you should be doing, by the way. But we don't want to waste time hydrating and feeding our bodies, because this is extremely inefficient. Now, you may be thinking that a drinking helmet will be a good solution, but these will hurt your neck after a few hours. Trust me, I've tried. A device that many mountain bikers use called a hydration backpack that you can attach to your desk chair and use the tube when desired. But the thing is, we're not going to fill it with water, because I know the concept of drinking water is practically satanic for most Western people. Instead, we will fill it with a very nourishing meal replacement product that leads us onto our sponsor for this video, Huel. You see, putting some chicken in a frying pan with some oil and sprinkling some teriyaki sauce and powdery stuff on it is very time consuming and extremely difficult process. You need to spend hours and hours to learn this skill so you don't have to feel like a complete incompetent ogre if you don't know how to cook. Huel has your back in this regard because it's filled with many useful nutrients actually taken from aborted fetuses. So, if you like them young, like Ali Larson does, subscribe to Huel today. Just to clarify guys, I am not actually sponsored by Huel or anything, I'm just doing this thing called a joke. But here's a fun fact, someone actually pretended to offer me a sponsored video from Huel and attempted to hack my Twitch account and very nearly succeeded. Gonna make a video about that very soon. Now I've got a tip specifically now for Iron Council hard mode that not many people know about. You see, getting to the combat as fast as possible is very important to not just increase your own parse, but everyone's parses. Well, what many people don't realise is you can actually death grip the little iron dwarf closer to the raid at the start of the fight. Ideally you want to do this with a Death Knight tank. Getting that first mob into range and combat slightly faster and earlier is more satisfying than watching Jake Paul get punched repeatedly in the face and therefore consequently losing a boxing match. In fact, watching those guys, whatever their name, Logan, Paul, Jack, Ted, Paul, whatever they're called, watching them fail in life is actually probably one of my favourite pastimes. Here's a quick tip if you're struggling to progress on Algon. What you do first of all is you uninstall the game and go and play Disney's Dreamless Valley instead. Now if you're struggling to get gold in the game from buying consumables and stuff like that and you've totally ran out of camels to sell, there's a very easy way to make gold by making your own raid groups. All you need to do is make a raid pug like you normally would, but do the complete scumbag move and reserve all of the BOE items. In Ordoir, the BOE items are still going for a very pretty penny, so you want to take advantage of this while you can. But don't be surprised if you quickly become one of the most despised dick splashes on your server. Now my last tip is the most important and that's why I've saved it until last. You see, many people don't realise this, but you don't need to play World of Warcraft anymore to play World of Warcraft. How on earth does this work? Well, AI technology has become, quite frankly, absolutely astounding in the most recent years. There's even AI that can write fictional novels, so that not only are artists doomed, but writers are also. This also applies to World of Warcraft botting. Unfortunately, the botting is getting smarter. You can now just download AI to play your character for you on your raid night. So now there's literally no excuse to skip raid night because you can just set up AI to play your character for you. So now you'll never disappoint your girlfriend by skipping date night to play World of Warcraft if you didn't already sell her for camels. Anyway guys, that's where I'm going to end the video there. Hope you guys had a chuckle. It goes without saying that everything in this video was total nonsense and should not be taken seriously. It all is just a big satirical joke. If you're offended by any of the jokes in this video, then feel free to just man the up and get a grip. Anyway, ciao.